That's a fact. I need to maybe talk to you. I said I need to. I said I need you. I need to be with you. I said I need to.
I don't know what the Quo fans are going to make of the string section in the back of that, Francis, but...
I don't know, some hardcore don't like it, and some other hardcore love it, and I think that's possibly one of the things that we find interesting about it, is perhaps become complacent about being in status quo, that it can sell, and the promoters... This is a little bit risque, I don't mean risky,
Look,
but perhaps it's exciting.
I can remember back to Down the Dust Pipe.
Yes,
can you remember?
So can I.
Yes.
Isn't that horrible? No, that was a strange single, because I remember there's a guy, Prince. No, I keep saying Peter Prince. He was a DJ, wasn't he?
Yeah.
But there was a guy, Prince at Pi Records, and he really saw the single. And it was 6 months on air before it broke. I mean, that's a different world. You wouldn't get that looking anywhere these days.
Do you know, I remember I was the disc jockey in Top Shop in Oxford Circus.
Disc jockey.
Do you remember that?
Yes.
Disc jockeys.
Yes,
do you remember those?
Yes.
And the plugger came in with this Pi record, blue record label with a big sort of A over it.
Yeah.
We got this from Status Quo. This is 1970, I would have thought, round about that time. And we're not sure about it, but maybe you give it a few spins.
What a great way to go. We're not sure. Would you give it a go?
Yeah, but that's what they do. But
it did. It's interesting. It took 6 months, and they just kept going with it, You just couldn't do that anymore.
Well, that's the problem, of course.
Well, I think that's also through the business.
Yeah.
No one stays with any acts that long. Record companies can't afford to stay.
They won't invest time and money in them.
No, I suppose they can't.
50 years on, are you surprised?
Yeah,
you've managed to do it
big time. Yeah, you know what it's like when we were that age. We were going to approach the big 3-0, which sounds funny now, and then 40. I thought, and I remember that famous interview between Jagger and Michael Parkinson, where Jagger, he says to her, "How long do you think this can last?" You know, it lasted a year or so already, and Mick Jagger, in a very nice voice, said, "Well, we hope at least 18 months." Yeah. They thought it would last 18 months more, which, when you're a young man, 5 years seems a long time. But the idea that to last this long, and that's one of the things I look at myself and think, oh, no, you look and then it's different while you're doing it. If we could see ourselves looking at ourselves now when we were younger, we would say we should stop. But as we know, this whole thing about youth, if you don't get to this, you died. So let's get old and wrinkly.
How old are you?
Yeah, I'm old and wrinkly. See?
Yeah. I'll tell people how old I am. If you
I'm 67.
Really? 65.
Are you really?
I
you look
am.
better than I do. You've got...
Really?
You best agree with me. So you will come out there.
I'm wearing more makeup than you've got.
No, you've got less wrinkles. Nothing is... Look at this.
Here, look.
There's nothing. That's good. You look fine.
Yeah.
We stand on stages and our necks start rattling into the audience. It's incredible.
Yeah, but listen, this is what people don't realise. When they talk about people of pensionable age, and they talk about, they probably want to listen to Frank Sinatra, or probably want to do that. Listen, people of our age, and I mean, look, flipping Beatles in the 70s and Stones in their 70s.
Yeah, really. I think that is the joy. I mean, if you think, again, when you were talking about 1970, there's no way we were listening to, playing, or interested in music from the 20s. It just wasn't.
It was
now
rock.
It's from the 60s through to, which I think is good, but the proliferation of radio and product everywhere, it just loses that specialness, I think.
The new album is called...
That's a fact.
That's a fact. That was the
2,
single.
That's a fact.
Acoustic 2, not really acoustic, and you still put a bashing
the
out the
basis
guitar.
is very acoustic. We just put a bit more drum. We put a bit more power in the drum kit and in the bass guitar this time. Instead of such a fat acoustic guitar, it's got a pickup in it. And
you're going to tour this?
We hope so. That's again part of the chance.
Yeah.
We want to do this. If the audiences don't turn up, it shuts down.
Bros are back, and I think that's great. I love Matt and Luke. They're back. They've filled the O2. You can do that. When are you going to do it?
I look forward to doing that. It would be really nice, whether it will go into arenas. But as I said, it depends whether people come and see it, which again is part of the thrill, perhaps, the not knowing.
You should come and do a live set here, somewhere here,
on
one of our stations.
He's only going to make me commit to something I don't want to do. Well, you never know.
Yeah. Well, we've got to go for the news. You were late for me. I'm late for the news. So
Nothing wrong with
that. Keeps it okay, right?
Let's be late together.
Thank you very much, indeed. Let's be late or not. Have you got a bus pass?
Yeah, lots
Got
of the
your rail
girlfriends
card?
late. That's no good, is it?
No,
I do have a bus pass and a rail pass.
Yeah,
Isn't
me
it
too.
wonderful? I love it. Yeah.
You can go first class for cheaper than you can go. Yes, absolutely.
Two old people on the radio, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah,
Thank you very much.
2 minutes past 9. We're late for the news. You're listening to Talk Radio.